Welcome to Graya Overload. I'm Anthony, and Microsoft announced some of the improvements they put into DirectX 12 in the Fall Creators Update. With the Fall Creators Update, Microsoft has improved DirectX 12 with a couple new features and a couple of improvements. I think that this is great for DirectX 12. I really like that Microsoft is improving it. Hopefully, as they continue to improve it, game developers also take advantage of it and improve games and make them even more amazing content as they continue to take advantage of these new features, because we have the Xbox and we also have the Windows system that's using DirectX 12, so there's a great opportunity for it as well. I also like that Vulkan's there to compete with them and pushing both forward. I think that we're exciting as games continue to develop and improve a lot. But to get into some of the features and the improvements that Microsoft put in DirectX 12, I'm going to first take a little bit of kind of what they kind of collapse in the top of their blog and basically talk about the difference between the CPU and GPU. And I just want to do this quick overview. I'll probably go into a longer video down the road if you guys would like that. But the CPU can basically just do most of your processing. It can basically do whatever, right? It's very good at doing everything, and that's what the CPU is. But the GPU is different. The GPUs are way better at certain tasks, and they can parallelize those tasks quite a lot. And so with their graphically intensified applications, the GPU is a great place to do all of that work, or all of it, most of it. So but with that, there comes more and more problems, because as a developer myself, I don't do any DirectX 12 development, but I can imagine that there's just another layer of complexity that you're adding in GPU. I do want to dabble it. I might have to start up a program just to start developing it, just so I can see and understand it more. But with the extra complexity, you need to have more data, and you have to get access to that data to get a better understanding where the error or the bug is coming from. And I think this is important for gamers to understand, because as gamers run across a bug or something, being able to reproduce it is a huge thing to developer, and trying to understand where that error happened. So any extra tools that the developer has at their disposal can be a huge improvement to them being able to fix a bug to improve a gamer's experience. So Microsoft has improved data debugging, and this is basically just how when the GPU reads and write data from structures or the resources, it takes time to transfer the work between the GPU and CPU. And so they're trying to go through and make this as easier process when you come across an issue in that area. So what Microsoft's done is they've implemented a tool that it has the ability to allow to have control over underlying resources. I think this is a big thing for developers to have, because you're always looking to understand where have control over something, right? To understand what's actually being done with it as well. But then another thing is that Microsoft also improved debugging commands. So like even if you have like a device remove crash or something where the information is still left behind, so that the developer can get back and get that data as well. What does this all really mean for developers as well? Microsoft actually posed that question. I think that as a gamer, or what does it mean for gamers, I should say, Microsoft posed that question. I think this is a great thing for gamers, because when I game, and I like to have a nice smooth experience, there's times where it crashes or you have an issue and it is frustrating, right? And that's just development. I understand that. But if a developer can get back that feedback, or also reproduce that and have more details to where what commands were being run, what data was maybe on the GPU as well, these things can help with fixing that bug and creating a better experience for the user as well. And then also Microsoft added 2 new features to this: Deathbound testing and programmable MSAA to the Fall Creators Update. And they are focusing on making games run better and have better visuals, right? And that's the big thing about DirectX 12. Is supposed to be very powerful, have a lot of basically lower level, more controls to the developers, so they can get more power out of the GPU. Same thing with Vulkan as well. That's supposed to also have that. And so now with these new features, they're starting to implement some more stuff to give more of that power. And the Deathbound testing is, basically assigning, as Microsoft says, assigning depth values to pixels is a technique with a variety of applications. Once we know how far away pixels are from the camera, we can throw away ones that are too close or too far away. So it's kind of like, you're in this range and this is what you want to see. That's what you are going to display. Anything else is extra, so don't process it. Doesn't make sense to. It's a waste, right? So you can spend that time doing maybe some other processing that you want to do, maybe enhance the game in different ways. I think that's a great opportunity for developers as well, for this as well. And then programmable MSAA. So that's MSAA is multisample anti-aliasing. And this is, you're trying to have that combined quality with speed, right? You want that ability, like let's say you have a racing game, you want it to be performing at least 60 frames per second especially if you're on your Xbox and stuff, or 4K if you can, on your desktop, you want it as fast as the monitor can refresh it at, right? You want to push that thing, you want to have a great experience. And so, but you also don't want it to look like a huge jagged lines going across the screen all the time. So that's where multi-sample anti-aliasing comes into play, that Microsoft's going to allow it to be programmable, so each frame the developer can specify how it works in the sub-pixel level. I think that's a great addition to it as well. I'm excited to see how developers take advantage of these two new features. I'm sure it'll be a while before we see it in a game, but it should be interesting to see these come to fruition, how Microsoft's continuing to push the development forward for these games as well. I'm excited to see it. I encourage you to go read the blog post as well. Microsoft went through a lot of information there, and I think that there's a couple videos probably out of just doing maybe some Deathbound testing one to explain that a little bit more, maybe programmable MSAA as well. But let me know if you guys want a video on that as well. Maybe differences in CPU and GPU. That could be a whole nother video as another one. So with that, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Graya Overload. I really appreciate your support and helping grow this channel. It's been fun, and I'm really excited as the channel continues to grow. And don't forget to subscribe and like as well. But until next time, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching Graya Overload. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe.